Hello, ATB Tarot. I speak now to the children of the Archer, to the bold and adventurous spirits of Sagittarius. The cosmos has drawn me here to unfold a scroll of messages meant specifically for your fiery soul. The universe is in motion around you, and the cards reveal a period of profound transition and revelation. I am here to illuminate the path, to give voice to the whispers of your guides, and to help you understand the spiritual currents that are now carrying you forward. So, Sagittarius, open your heart and your mind, for the journey we are about to take is one of deep emotional and spiritual significance. The first and most powerful energy I perceive is one of movement, of literal and metaphorical travel. You are being called to a new place, or rather to a place that holds the echoes of your past. This is not merely a change of address, Sagittarius. It is a profound return to a chapter you thought was closed. Imagine a house, an apartment, a city street you once knew intimately. The energy there is not dormant. It has been waiting for your return, holding space for a new lesson to be learned within familiar walls. This shift will happen suddenly, perhaps catching you entirely by surprise when your logical mind had planned a different route. The universe often works this way with you, free spirit, interrupting your plotted course with a divine detour that leads to greater wisdom. This move signifies the beautiful and necessary finalization of a cycle. You have just emerged from a long, arduous journey filled with obstacles, doubts, insecurities, and the painful actions of others. You have felt the weight of both divine justice and human injustice, an exhausting duality that has left your spirit weary and your faith tested. But this return, this movement, is the universe's way of closing that heavy book. You are not going back to repeat the past, Sagittarius, but to reclaim a piece of yourself you left there and to finally lay the past to rest on your own terms. Financially, a long-awaited stability is beginning to crystallize around you. For so long, you have felt like a victim of circumstance, burdened by bills, debts, and the constant anxiety of lack. The prayers you have whispered into the night have been less about opulence and more about peace, less about a sudden windfall and more about a steady, reliable foundation upon which to build your dreams. And now the spiritual realm confirms that this foundation is being laid. I see a positive response arriving, a confirmation you have been anxiously awaiting. It carries the vibration of the number 8, 8 days, 8 weeks, a period marked by manifestation and power. This could be the result of a test, a public competition, a job interview, something you have poured your hope into. The celebration is not just for the answer itself, but for the validation of your effort and your patience. The stability I see is not depicted as a single staggering sum of money, but as a turning of the tide. It is the steady income that allows you to breathe, the resolved debt that lifts a weight, the successful investment that begins to yield. However, there is also an unexpected financial element related to inheritance or the fruits of something planted long ago. This is a substantial energy, but it is shared. It may involve a property that must be divided among siblings, or a legacy that comes with both blessing and responsibility. It is a reminder that our material world is interconnected, and this resource is meant to support a new beginning, perhaps for you to start a business, secure a home, or invest in a digital platform that aligns with your true purpose. God, the source, the universe, is providing this with divine intention. For some, it is the recognition of a pact made in silence, a promise to serve a higher purpose in exchange for the earthly stability to do so effectively. Now, Sagittarius, I must turn to a more tender and complex matter that weighs on your generous heart. I see a conflict arising, a rift forming with a son or a daughter. This is a deep source of sorrow for you, for your love is vast and unconditional, yet you are confronted with a perceived lack of maturity in this beloved person. It is a painful mirror to look into, to see someone you cherish making choices that seem out of alignment with their highest good. You suffer not because they intend to hurt you, but because you witness their struggles and their paths, and your empathetic heart aches with theirs. This could be a child, a parent, a loved one facing an illness like Alzheimer's, where you love the soul profoundly, but mourn the changes. The conflict may lead to a temporary distance, a space that feels cold and empty. This space, however agonizing, is sacred. It is not a punishment, but a necessary canvas for growth, for them and for you. Your role here is not to control or to fix, but to hold the space of love from afar, to release them to their own journey with the faith that your bond is stronger than any temporary silence. This is one of the hardest lessons for a heart as big as yours: to love without clutching, to guide without imposing, to trust the divine plan, even for those you hold most dear. Alongside this, a figure from your past is reemerging, seeking to reestablish communication. This reconnection is a thread from your former cycle, appearing now for a reason. It may offer closure, a forgotten piece of understanding, or simply serve as a reminder of how far you have traveled. Be mindful, however, of the energy you allow into your sanctuary. The spiritual guidance is very clear. There is a need for heightened protection. Someone who frequents your home may be inadvertently bringing in heavy, discordant energies. Think of the symbolism of shoes treading through the world, picking up the residues of places and energies, hospitals, cemeteries, the presence of those carrying spiritual burdens. This is not about fear, but about conscious stewardship of your space. Create a simple ritual of cleansing at your threshold. Leave your shoes outside, wash your hands with the intention of rinsing away external energies. Keep a small bowl of blessed water by your door. This is not superstition. It is the practical magic of a sovereign being declaring, "This is my peaceful space. Only light may enter here." You are a beacon, Sagittarius, and beacons must protect their flame. Furthermore, in your professional environment, exercise great caution with your temper. A provocation is likely a test of your patience designed to trigger a fiery reaction. If you meet heat with heat, it could lead to a severe consequence like unemployment. This is a test of your newfound stability. Remember the archer's wisdom. Sometimes the most powerful action is to not release the arrow. Hold your center. Your financial stability is too newly budded to be risked in a moment of anger. Channel that fire into your creative projects instead. Yet amidst these cautions, there is immense joy approaching. I see wonderful news coming to you regarding a grandchild or a daughter, an invitation to a graduation, or the glorious announcement of a new life entering your family. This is the universe's balance, a pure gift of love and continuity to warm your heart. Also, a significant personal expenditure related to a family member's health is shown, perhaps for medicines or treatments. The spiritual message around this is poignant and direct. The angels are preparing for a flight. For some, this signifies a soul nearing its transition, surrounded by divine love and ready for its journey home. If this does not resonate, let it pass, for it is a specific message for those who need its comfort. For others, it may simply relate to the care and effort required to support an ailing loved one, which is itself a sacred service. Underlying all these events, Sagittarius, I sense a deep emotional current within you, a swirl of anxiety, a disequilibrium in your thoughts, an oscillation in your mood. This is the natural aftermath of the storm you have weathered and the rapid shifts now occurring. You are in a state of spiritual metamorphosis, and the old self is uneasy as the new one struggles to form. You carry a specific heartache for a family member who has disappointed you, a love that is tangled with pain. You love the person, but you grieve their actions or their circumstances. This suffering is a testament to your depth of feeling. Honor it. Do not bury it under false optimism. Sit with this sorrow, offer it to the fire of your spirit, and allow it to transform into compassionate understanding. Your journey, Sagittarius, is ultimately about finding the truth. You seek it in travel, in philosophy, in experience. Now you are being asked to seek it within the complex landscape of your own heart and your familial bonds. The stability you are gaining externally must be mirrored by a peace you cultivate internally. As you prepare to step into this new yet familiar place, as you receive the answers and the resources you have prayed for, remember that your greatest adventure is always the journey inward. Stand at your new old threshold, protected, clear, and open hearted. The past has taught you, the present is supporting you, and the future is a wide open horizon, waiting for your arrow to be aimed with intention, faith, and the unwavering light of your beautiful seeking soul. Hello everyone, ATB Tarot here. I invite you all to stay until the end of the video for our special combo, a spiritual cleansing with Exudo Auro, lucky numerology, a 12-month forecast, 3 services for you to try your luck. Don't miss this opportunity. It only happens once a year.